How's it going, everybody? Brian Alberts and Dave Meltzer here, Wrestling Observer Radio. It is May 30.
Hold on. Also,
we're live, pal.
We're live. Okay, Tam Nakano.
Okay.
And that's the Stardom tournament. Actually, I need to get my notes on all that stuff.
This is a very exciting show we're starting off with, everybody. We are back from Las Vegas. We're back from Double or Nothing weekend. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Want to go to bed.
I'm pretty tired. Too. Yeah. My daughter won some award in a parade today.
Really?
Yeah. First place for best act with an animal. Basically, her dog. Training her dog and things like that.
What's the dog do?
Ballet.
A dog does ballet.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, if that's true, then I can see how she won an award.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen a dog do ballet.
Yeah. Well, it's not like classic ballet, but it's, pirouettes and things like that. Yeah.
That sounds like classic ballet to me.
Okay. Well, then it's classic ballet.
Wow.
I don't know much about ballet.
Wow.
I mean, the dog is definitely trained in it, though.
Well, yeah, you think so. Because I've never seen an untrained dog do a pirouette.
No.
I can say that.
Yes.
Well, we went to the Scrum yesterday. We didn't talk a lot about it. But, Tony Khan was there asking questions. And
Tony Khan was answering questions. We were asking questions.
Well, he asked a couple questions, But he also answered a few. But he didn't answer all of them. And he admitted, as we all know, that he's not going to answer all of these questions.
He will.
He is not going to tell us if CM Punk is going to be on Collision.
Yeah, but we know that.
Yes.
I mean, we already know he's going to be on Collision, and he was in Vegas.
Yeah, I heard that he was at the airport.
Yeah.
Thankfully, much earlier than I was.
Oh, really?
Got out a little bit later, yes.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, he was in town. He was hanging out Sunday night. He wasn't at the show, but he was hanging out. Yeah.
Well, he was, this being Tony, asked about All In and All Out. How's this going to work? They're a week apart. Where's it going to air? And he admitted, I'm not going to tell you. But, you're going to know at some point here.
It is going to air, though.
Yes, it will
Obviously.
air.
Obviously, it's going to be streaming or it's going to be on television as far as the Wembley show goes. And the All In and All Out is going to be pay-per-view like it always is. Although none of this is announced and won't be announced until after Forbidden Door is when he's going to start concentrating on those shows. Right now, the next thing on the agenda is Forbidden Door. And we don't really know too much about Forbidden Door. I think a lot of Forbidden Door, I think they'll probably start doing some stuff this week, on Wednesday. But I think they'll start hitting it hard after Dominion, which is Sunday, right? Sunday morning. And what day is the 4th? Yeah, it would be Sunday morning. And so I think after that, we'll have probably a better idea. They'll probably shoot some angles there, on that show.
Talked about All In, 65,000 at this point, $8 million gate.
Over $8 million. He said 65,000 paid, which is putting it, right now it's getting pretty close to the biggest of all time. I mean, as far as paid attendance goes, there's 4 big ones that this will probably end up no worse than 5th. I think it's got to get up to 68,900, which was the Rock and John Cena match at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey in 2013. So that would be the next big one to pass. If they're at 65 now and there's months to go, I would be very surprised if they don't hit 68,900. Whether they will get up to the level of Hogan and Andre, or the big one, which would be the record is the 79,800, which was the 2016 Texas Stadium, or the Jim Londos Cole Coriani match. Those are like the big ones, and the Wembley from 1982 is the other big one. So those ones are all attainable, but they are far from guaranteed because the record for paid is 79,800, and this thing is set up to hold more than that. But they have to get there, and it's not a lock they're going to get to 75,000. But 65,000 now, it's incredibly encouraging. And the gate would be, he said 8 million. He said headed to 9. And that's when I brought up, and he said second biggest in the history of Europe. And I said, haven't we hit 8.1 yet? Because I had actually heard they hit 8.1. And he goes, yeah, we have. And I go, because that's the record. He goes, oh. So anyway, they have the record for largest gate in Europe. They have the record for the largest non-WrestleMania gate in the history of pro wrestling. So those records they already have, and they'll surpass them. And, then we're just talking about, paid attendance numbers and those records. And those would be, there's a couple of dominoes to fall. Next one is, like I said, being at 68,900. So it's an amazing story. I mean, it really is.
Well, he was talking about the Owen Hart Cup, and as noted earlier, he's not going to say a lot about a lot of things, but for some reason, he just happened to throw out that name, Jushin Thunder Liger, as somebody that he would like to see in the Owen Hart Cup, and he mentioned his name many times. So it sounds to me like Jushin Thunder Liger is going to be in the Owen Hart Cup.
Not in the tournament, but appearing, coming down, because Jushin Thunder Liger's retired. But, he brought up the idea. He said it's not a done deal, but he's very confident that he can get him there with a relationship with New Japan, and that's what he wants, because Jushin Liger, the finals are in Calgary. Jushin Liger, early in his career, when he was under his regular name of, Kichi Yamada? It might have been Flying Fuji Yamada. I'm not sure, but I should know that. But he was early in his career where he wrestled Owen Hart, and he wrestled in Stampede Wrestling early on, and he also wrestled Owen Hart in New Japan. And so that's kind of the idea, is that, like, it's one of Owen Hart's greatest Japanese rivals, so that's why he wanted to bring him in. Plus, I think Tony Khan grew up in an era where, everybody considered Jushin Liger one of the best. So, it's kind of probably a cool thing for him to bring him in, and a cool thing to bring him in conjunction with Owen Hart and Stampede Wrestling and all that.
Somebody was very clever. They knew that he was not going to answer a question about Goldberg, and so they phrased it as, have you had a conversation with Goldberg lately? It didn't have to do anything with wrestling. Could have to do with anything. But have you, talked to him here and there? And
I don't know that he did.
Tony said yes.
Well, Tony went off. It's funny.
I have talked to him before, in fact. Quite a bit.
You say he's talked to him a lot. I mean, you would get an impression.
They have a lot in common.
Yeah, they're both football fans. Yeah, he said he's been talking to Goldberg a lot. I was surprised he went as deep as he did when he talked about his discussions with Goldberg. It led. I mean, if you listen to it, you would come to the conclusion that there's a pretty good shot of Goldberg making an appearance. But he didn't say that. But he, he basically said he's talking to him a lot these days. So if he's talking to him a lot, he's definitely asking him whether they can come to money terms. I don't know whether they have already. I would think if they had, he would have. He would have just said, oh, yeah, I've talked to him and blow it off. But he went, he talked a lot about it. But you never know. Like, do you talk a lot about it because he's got a deal? But if he does, usually on those type of things, he tries to keep it real quiet. And he did not keep it quiet about, his discussions with Goldberg. But didn't say he's coming in or anything like that either.